So welcome to the week 5 recap and week six briefing session. Yeah, I think this is like the fifth or sixth session that we are having. So by now I feel like you have grown familiar to this. So we'll be taking a short time to hear how your week went and how the coming week will go. So is it a raised hand? Okay, it's just a message. Nice. Okay, here are the outlines. So we will have a week 5 feedback as usual, and then we have a special announcement today about the semi-finals timeline update. So we'll discuss about that. After that, we'll be talking about the week 6 checkpoint deliverables, and then we will be having two feedback sessions next week: the deliverables feedback and the user experience feedback. So we'll be discussing about that as well. And then you guys have had expert sessions last week, right? Most of you have had it in the weekend. Some of you might have had it on Thursday, yesterday. And you guys will be receiving a written feedback from these experts. And we'll be talking much detail about that in the coming section. And then we will have our Q&A session where you guys will be asking us any questions that you have. So let's start by the feedback. So week 5 has just been is almost complete, right? It will be complete on Sunday. Yes. So how did the week go? Any challenges that you faced? Anything you want to share with us? This is the time. So I would really love it if there are volunteers here. So if anybody can raise their hand and take this chance to share how their week went, that would be very nice. Okay, anyone? Oh, Ryan. Yeah, you can go ahead and open up your mic. Mike, how are you doing?
Hello, how are you, Paul?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fine.
Okay.
Okay. About my feedback, honestly, it was one of the most great experience I ever go through. To be honest, this week, especially this week, was too heavy and too hard because finalizing everything and focusing in testing and every part of the project to be completed as well as the design parts also. So this applies some hard apply a lot of how can I say it
Yeah, pressure.
yes, apply a lot of stress on us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very understandable.
So but we a lot of information, we learned a lot, and we are very happy to be here.
Okay, great. That was very nice, Ryan. So yeah, it's totally understandable since we are reaching at the final weeks of the semifinals, and you guys will be expected to like submit a live and working prototype. It's going to get hard. Some unforeseen errors and bugs might appear in your projects, and this is actually kind of expected. So thank you, Ryan, for sharing that with us. I'm sure most of the teams here have related with their week because they might have had a similar week. So let's hear from other team members as well. So anyone from in the call who has not shared, please raise your hand and let's hear your week's feedback. Yeah, so this is actually a very great chance for you guys to talk about your week and also for us to see like how much you're progressing, how much you're dedicating your time, and how much you're working on your project. So I highly urge you guys to take these chances and talk about your weeks. So anyone? Okay, I am not seeing any raised hands, but okay, let me just select randomly. Noor bin Amar. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. How are you doing?
Yes, hello. So this week was amazing. We faced a lot of challenges, and based on the feedbacks of our mentor and our medical expert, we did great. We tried to finalize all the features and test them, and also we gathered users' feedback, and it was so challenging and so hard.
Okay,
But
so
it's
you
the most uh, um, but this experience made me feel so confident and gave me a lot of experience and how to face challenges.
wow, that's actually very great. Thank you, Noor. I think I heard you say like you guys even got further and got the chance to get user feedbacks for your projects. So you guys have progressed well, right? And
Yes, actually, we started gathering some feedbacks from our medical experts and from our users. We have two users actually, two type of users.
oh, wow, that's actually very great. Yeah, basically, I think you guys actually might be on a very good stage even for the coming week, not just for the past week, because as I have said in the outlines, you will be having a user feedback session this week, and you guys have already done that. So this will be like your second user feedback session. So you have already corrected the errors that you might have had previously. So that's actually very great. That's very noble of you guys.
Thank you.
So okay, let's get one final feedback from. Okay, I guess I would select uh, Ismail Muzammil. I hope I'm pronouncing your names right. So Ismail, how are you doing? Ismail, are you with us? Or any of his team members? If you guys can share your thoughts. Okay, I guess he's having some issues. Okay, let's see if Bildad Moses, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how are you doing, Bildad?
I'm doing well. I hope everyone else is doing the same.
Great. So, can you give us feedback on how your week went?
Well, the week, okay, we're feeling the pressure because we're nearing the end, and like everyone else, we're just trying to give the best product in after all of this. So yeah, the pressure is coming, but the team's holding up. So we're just hoping, by the end of this all, everyone gets to give the best. And we also thank the organization for giving us the support and even organizing the expert feedback session, which was pretty great. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you as well, Bildad. I remember like you guys were in yesterday's session, right? In yesterday's expert session. Yeah, I remember because I was the one organizing that session. So yeah, I guess I was part of your week, you can say. Okay, I guess that's enough for our feedback. Let's continue to the week 6 briefing. So let's start from the semifinals timeline updates. So you guys have probably seen it on our Instagram posts, and the semifinals. Actually, no, the whole hackathon has been updated. So the grand finale is expected to be held on October 12 up to October 17. And this gave us more time to update the semifinals timeline. So now the semifinals end date is extended to September 20, 2024, which means that you guys will be getting 2 additional weeks to work on your projects. And this is because of like we have seen that in the expert session that we have had and in the technical grading session, most of the teams needed more time to complete their code, to clean up their code. And also, there were many passport issues that were not uh, possible to solve in the previous timeline. So, taking these things into consideration, we have decided that to extend the semifinals by 2 weeks and the grand finale by 3 weeks. So this is the first news that we have. This was a big announcement that we were planning to make today. So I guess congratulations, guys. So let's continue to the next update. So we have a week 6 checkpoint deliverables. So this might have minor updates for this week. So first, we will be needing like updated deliverables based user and expert feedback. So basically, what we want is, as we told you in the outlines, we will be having user feedback sessions. So for this feedback session, we will be needing your latest prototypes and your latest GitHub repositories. So I think a form has already been shared with you guys to submit your current GitHub repository and your deployed version prototype. So you guys should be submitting that by next week. I think the timeline has already been specified in the form, so check out the form to get that. And this is one of the things that we mainly expect, because like we'll be using this for the sessions. The next deliverable that we'll be expecting is actually pretty much similar with what we had previously. So during deployment or any part of like hacking that you might do during this week, we know that you guys will be facing challenges and risks. So we want you to state those challenges and risks clearly and elaborately, just like you were doing in the previous checkpoints. And also we want you guys to include the mitigation plans, like how you overcame those challenges and risks. Continuing to the deliverable plans, again, this is also was also part of the previous checkpoints. So the plans for next week. So after this week, the coming week, which is week 6, is completed, what are you guys planning to do on week 7? We want a clear and detailed listing of what you guys plan. And again, this is from these things you have already done in the previous checkpoints. So I don't think this will be new for you guys now. Continuing to the other deliverables. Okay, before we continue to the other deliverables, the checkpoint deadlines, as you guys know, is going to be next week Sunday, which is September 8th, 2024, of course, at 11:59 p.m. East African time. So please make sure to adhere to this deadline and complete your works accordingly. Okay, so next week is the deliverables feedback session. So as you guys know, you guys have submitted your first deliverables on the index file, right? So these files are currently being reviewed by experts here at A2SV, and you guys will be receiving your feedbacks on what to improve on those things that you have submitted. So this session, it's not announced yet, and the calendar invite has not been sent yet, but we are currently working on it, and you guys will be receiving a calendar invite for this. So expect to have a deliverable feedback session at some point next week. And also, one thing that we want to raise here is that ensure that you have given the proper access to your documents. So for example, if you guys are working either on Canva or Figma, your designs are made either on Canva or Figma, please make sure that anyone with the link has a suggestion or a commenting access. So this, you guys can Google it. It's pretty much easy. It's just click of 2 buttons and we will have the access to give you comments. So please, this is actually pretty important. If you guys don't give us access, like we won't be able to review it. So please make sure that all your the deliverables that you guys have submitted have the proper access. And also we'll be giving you written feedbacks through your emails for this deliverables in addition to the session. So you guys should expect that as well. So the next session that we'll be having is the user feedback session. So as I have told you guys, we are already gathering the products, right? You guys are submitting your GitHub repos and your current prototypes, your latest prototypes, and we have different users that are ready to test your products here at A2SV. So these users will be testing your products and they will be giving you feedback. So you guys will be receiving feedbacks from them. So you guys also should be prepared for this session at some point next week. Okay, going to the next agenda, which is expert sessions. This was actually held last week, right? Most of you guys had it on Saturday and Sunday, and the communication category group, you guys had it on Thursday. So our experts have given each group a written feedback. So this feedback we'll be sending this feedback through your emails, hopefully at least by Monday. So you guys should be working on those feedbacks and trying to improve your projects. I think this will be it from our side. So if you guys have any questions, this will be the right time to ask. And Ryan, I see that you have raised your hand, so continue.
Okay, so the deadline of today is gonna extend it to 20 September.
Okay, so yeah, I was talking about the semifinal in general. So if you remember, the semifinals was planned to be from July 28th to September 6th, right? So now we have updated the end date of the semifinal. So now it's from July 28th up to September 20. So the semifinals was initially 6 weeks. Now it's 8 weeks. So that's the only deadline that has been updated in the grand finalist time.
Okay, understandable. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Okay, Joshua, continue.
Okay, please, what's the deadline for the deliverables to be submitted?
Okay, so I think I'm not sure the first set of deadline. I think it was on August 23, right? And the next set, okay, the next set is today, August 30. So you guys should be adhering to those deadlines. Those deadlines have not been changed. And again, we have said it plenty of times. We do not expect like a completed product for those deliverables. We want to see that you guys are making progress, and that's why we are urging you guys to attach a link to the file that you can continue editing on. If that makes sense. That makes sense, right? Okay, thank you, Joshua. So any other questions? So when will finals start? For those who won, will they travel in case I missed it? Thanks. Okay, so as I have said, the finals has been updated. The finals will be from October 12th to October 17th. So as we stated in the semifinals kickoff, those that have like passed to the finals will get the chance to travel to Ethiopia and participate in this 6 days event. So yeah, you guys will be traveling here. I hope I have answered your question, Ahmed. Any other questions?
Can you please get back to that slide to screenshot it? Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry.
which one?
The deadline.
Okay, okay. I think you're talking about this one, right? The semifinals timeline update.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions, guys? Okay, Minta, you can continue.
Okay. I also want to find out, let's see, which of the sessions currently are going to be graded and which ones are not.
So all of the sessions that you guys are part of will be graded. So basically, we are tracking everything. So we want to see like your dedication, uh, how much time you're giving to the projects, and how much you're attending. So each of the sessions have their own values. I'm not saying they have equal values, but they have their own values. So yeah, all the sessions, even the upcoming sessions, the user feedback session and the deliverable feedback session, they will be graded. Yeah, I hope, okay, yeah, thank you, Minta. So any other questions, guys? And also one thing that I forgot to mention, yeah, we will be sharing the slide. So Ryan, you can even find the timeline updates from the slide itself, since we will be sharing it.
Okay, thank you. Other question, please.
Okay.
I asked you in private about if we can have papers that prove that we are in A2SV. Well, because since it's gonna pass to the October, and we could have some courses. Then we couldn't explain how we are engaged in A2Z.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very good question. We are actually planning to make the announcement either today or tomorrow. We have prepared the letter of invitation for you guys. So we'll be making an announcement where you guys will get the chance to send your full name and your team, and we will be sending you the invitation later. Yeah, so that's actually prepared. So we expect an announcement either today or tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Okay, I am not seeing any raised hands, but again, this is just like to make it more interactive. You guys can always ask us on WhatsApp and Telegram. We are always available there, so we'll try to answer as soon as we can. So you guys can use that as well. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, this will be it for our week 5 recap and week 6 briefing session. Wishing you the best of weekends. Goodbye.